Hey everyone, welcome back to Datomix Academy. So today we are jumping into one of the most useful and honestly most real world parts of SQL. The stuff that actually helps you make sense of messy data and get real answers. We are going to look at how filter your rows using AND, OR, IN and NOT operations. We will also cover how to sort your results with order by and group and summarize data using group by statements and limit the number of results with limit function. Let's break it all down together starting now. So let's start with filtering using two of the most common logical operators in SQL, AND operator with OR operator. So what is AND? In plain English, AND means both conditions must be true for a row to be included. Let's say we want to find students who are older than 21 and studying computer science. We write our SQL statement like this. Select start from students where age is greater than 21, AND operator, major is equals to computer science. Here is what's happening. SQL is looking at each row and it only shows the rows where the student is older than 21 and their major is exactly computer science. If either of those conditions fails, the row will be skipped. So AND is strict. Both conditions must be true. Now, what about OR? OR means at least one condition must be true. So if we want to find students who are either in math or physics, we write our SQL statement like this. Select start from students where major equals to math or major equals to physics. In this scenario, SQL checks each row and says, is this student in math? If no, okay. Are they in physics? Yes, then include it. Or vice versa. So even if just one condition is true, SQL includes the row. This is perfect for when you are looking for multiple possible values. Now let's talk about IN and NOT. What does IN mean? IN lets you check if a value exists inside a list. Instead of writing a long chain of ORs, you can just do this. Like select start from students where major in our list, which consists of math and physics. Here is the logic. SQL checks each row's major. If it's in the list, it includes that row. So the question when we are working with IN is like, is this value one of this? It's cleaner, easier to read and way more scalable compared to using lots of ORs. What about NOT? NOT is the opposite. It says only include rows that do not match a condition. For example, select start from students where major not in our list. In this scenario, I have only one item in our list, which is arts. And we are telling SQL exclude all students in the arts major. Show me everyone else. So IN means yes if it matches any of this, and not IN means no if it matches any of this. Leave it out. These logical filters are super powerful and come up all the time when you are cleaning or exploring data. Alright, now let's move on to sorting your data using order by. What does order by mean? The order by clause is used to sort your query results by one or more columns. By default, SQL doesn't guarantee any order. If you want to see the rows from youngest to oldest or alphabetically or highest to lowest, you need to use order by. Let's look at an example. In our example, our query like this. Select start from students, order by age. This will sort all students from youngest to oldest because that's the default ascending order. Want to flip it and see the oldest students first? Just add descending operator and this is the short for descending. And our final query will be like select star from students, order by age, descending. Now SQL sorts from highest age down to the lowest. We can also sort by multiple columns. For example, this will sort by major first, then by age inside each major. If we put order by major and age. So order by sorts my results, and if we add descending, it will sort it with reverse, and we can also use multiple columns for layered sorting. Now this is one of my favorite tools in SQL, group by. What does group by mean? The group by clause is used to group rows that have the same value in one or more columns, so that you can apply aggregate functions like count, average, sum to each group. It's basically how we summarize data. Let's say we want to know how many students are in each major. Our query will be like select major, count star from students, group by major. Let's talk what's happening. SQL groups all the rows by major. Then it counts how many students are in each group. So the output is one row per major with the number of students in each group. You can also calculate averages like this. That gives you the average age of students in each major. If you want to filter the groups, not the rows, use having like this. For example, having count star is greater than 2. By adding this, it will only show majors with more than 2 students. So remember, group by is equal to summarize by category. And we can use functions like count, average, max, sum with group by. And we need to use having to filter groups. And if we want to filter rows, we need to use where clause. Last but not least, let's talk about limit. What does limit do? The limit clause is used to control how many rows you get back from your query. It's great when you want to preview your data, when you are testing a query, or when you only want to show the top 3 or 5 or 10 or 100 rows. Let's say we want to see just the first 3 rows from our students table. Our query will be like this: select star from students, limit 3. This is super useful when working with large datasets. You don't always want hundreds of rows showing up. Now combine it with sorting. Say you want the top 3 oldest students. Our query will be like select star from students, order by age descending, and limit 3. This gives you a simple leaderboard, the 3 students with the highest age. So limit will be only show this many rows, and we can combine it with order by for ranked results. Now let's wrap up this. Today we covered and, or, in, not to filter exactly what you want, and we also learned order by to control the order of your data. We used group by to summarize and count things, and the limit to keep your output clean and focused. These are not just nice to have tools, they are core SQL skills used in every real job. If this video helped you, drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your favorite takeaway. And if you are ready to build real projects with live mentorship and weekly feedback, join the Datomix Bootcamp below description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next class.